All right, everyone, we can go ahead and get started. First of all, thank you for joining this evening. The date is October 18th, 2021, and the time is now 6:31. This is a public speak out portion of the Springfield City Council. I just want to remind people that at or before 6:30, we will end speak out and councilors will enter the regular meeting scheduled for 7 p.m. Everyone this evening will have up to 3 minutes to speak, and our city clerk here will be keeping the time on that. And I would ask that those individuals who are speaking, please just state your name and address for record before starting. So we have a good group here this evening. So if we can go ahead and get started, I will pass it to Mr. William Bell. Please just state your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name is William Bell. My address is 9 Bill Street in Chicopee.
You have the floor. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bill Bell, president of the Technical Employees Association. I'm representing 20 technicians and engineers in the Springfield Public Schools IT department. I'm here today to advocate for the reception of ARPA merit pay for these individuals who went above and beyond to serve the school district students and staff during the pandemic. Our IT office stayed open throughout the pandemic, and while some of the department operated in a hybrid state, technicians and management took in-person appointments for teachers and administrators, and we cycled student laptops daily by the van load in and out of the office for repairs and disbursement. Network engineers also reported to various schools while we overhauled networking equipment. In total, we distributed 24,000 laptops to all K through 12 students, and we replaced and repaired about 9,500 devices between 2020 and early 2021. We responded to 23,000 student help desk requests during this time also. We also distributed about 4,000 5G hotspots to families without internet access so students could continue schoolwork remotely. And we've managed this along with supporting nearly 5,000 teachers and staff in their efforts to successfully work from home to facilitate remote learning. I thank the city councilors for your time and support and hearing our side while our IT techs and engineers continue to service the Springfield Public School System through these unprecedented times. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. Next on our list is Laureen Lappy. If you could just please state your name and address for the record.
Okay, I'm Laureen Lappy, 150 Nassau Drive, Springfield, Mass. And I'm the president of the Springfield Clerical Union for the school department. And we'd like to talk about the merit pay, but I'm gonna pass it over to Marielle LeBron. She is a principal clerk at one of the schools, and I would like her to have the discussion about it.
If she could just also state her name and address for the record, please.
Marielle?
Hi, my name is Marielle LeBron, 50 Arthur Street in Springfield. Okay, like I said, my name is Marielle LeBron. I am the principal clerk at Beale Elementary School. And as the person that was speaking before me, I would like to speak out about merit pay. While everybody was working from home because of COVID, the clerks were actually at the schools distributing the laptops, helping with the parents, actually teaching the parents how to use the computers and the students how to navigate the programs because this was all new. And so exchanging the computers, assigning the computers. So on a daily basis, we had parents coming into the building. We had to give out the computers. We had children coming in. We gave out supplies. So in closing, I believe because we were in contact with parents and children while other people were working at home, I believe we were a big part of helping with our students' online education. And that's why we should be considered for merit pay.
All right. Thank you for your testimony. Next on the list is Ms. Tracy Little. Please state your name and address for the record.
Hi, good evening. My name is Tracy Little Sassanecki. I am at 23 Partridge Drive in Springfield, Mass.
Thank you.
So I am president of our Springfield Education Association. We represent 2,700 teachers and counselors occupational, physical, and speech and language therapists and psychologists, and instructional coaches who work with about 2,400 students in 73 schools. Until last May, I was a professional school counselor at a middle school where I held the position for 26 years. At the beginning of the pandemic, I saw many of my members pivot on a dime and learn how to do their jobs in a way that they have never imagined. Working from home, they transformed their living spaces into classrooms. For younger students, some of our science teachers created labs at home for their classrooms. They figured out how to help students and master the use of computer and Zoom from a distance, and how to get students' attentions even when there were many distractions around them. When we returned to school in April, not only were we faced with students who had suffered deaths and illness, isolation, and in many cases, trauma, we only had 50% of our students in school at one time. And so we pivoted once again to figure out how to teach students in front of us in the classroom and also teaching to those students in Zoom. This fall, we returned to school. When the students returned to school, we've had to figure out how to keep students safe in classrooms at 3 feet social distancing, which cannot always occur while trying to maintain a normal school day. Many of my colleagues that I spoke with prior to coming on this evening spoke about the difficulties and the challenging behaviors that our students are faced every day going into school. Not only that, but also navigating their own family lives at home and dealing with compromised immune medical conditions, which also has placed some anxiety on many of our educators. All in all, it is our belief that members, along with other district employees, have done an amazing job, and we deserve some premium pay for the work that we have done and that we continue to do each day for our children and for the families in Springfield as this pandemic continues. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Little. Next on our list, we have Mr. Christopher Adams. Just please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Chris Adams. My address is 640 Pendleton Avenue, Chicopee, Mass. I am the business representative for local UFCW 1459, which represents the substitute teachers in the city of Springfield. I'd like to thank you for your time, counselors. As we know, the substitutes were right in the mix of things, just like the teachers and all the other school staff. That's why you can see we've all come together, because we don't want to be picked apart or cherry picked, much like the mayor did with the unions throughout, we'll call it the city side. We came together and we said, let's be one voice represented. We all deserve, when I say we, not me, I wasn't one of them, but all the employees deserve some type of COVID merit pay. As you guys know, as well as everybody else, schooling was a huge factor in disruption during COVID. That's, if you turn on the news, schooling was everywhere. All these employees had to adjust, work through this, and they deserve some type of merit pay going forward. The fact that it seems like the mayor just wants to push this off to the school committee just doesn't seem right, because this COVID pay was given by the government for the whole city. And therefore, we believe they are due some COVID merit pay. One little part too is the executive vice president from UFCW 1459, Matt Zaborski, could not be here this evening because he is currently negotiating a contract with the Springfield nurses. He also is involved with this. He very much believes the nurses should receive some type of COVID merit pay, as all employees of the city of Springfield school departments. I look forward to working with all the different departments in regards to this. And I want to thank you for your time there, counselors.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Next on our list is Ms. Ruth Morehouse. Please state your name and address for the record.
Hi there, President Marcus Williams. And
good to see you.
Here, Ruth Morehouse, 58 White Oak Road in Springfield, Mass. I'm here to speak. Well, I'm a paraprofessional, 15-year paraprofessional, but I'm here to speak on behalf of paras plus everybody in the school department. I hear all my other people speaking there about their roles, and we all have different roles, but I've been a para, so I'm here to speak about the merit pay. We've been working hard at our school. where I'm at Mary Walsh. I've been there 7 years. Friday the 13th was the last day we're there. And for the next 18 months, we worked hard, all of us in our school and all the schools. We were vigilant, but we were hyper vigilant. That's what a coworker told me today. We did Zoom, we did breakout rooms. We did students coming to class late, not coming back after lunch, in their pajamas, talking to parents who were crying, all upset. We had lots of things we all dealt with, a lot of trauma. I heard Tracy say there, lots of trauma from the kids, and a lot of them were very good. And we helped the parents, 23 kindergartners. Once we came back, were in my class. We had 23 kindergartners. We delivered backpacks, we delivered books, we delivered computers, we delivered schoolwork, we delivered snacks. A couple families, I collect food on, from some of the places, and we bring it to the kids' homes. We use the gas money, PBIS awards, that's the positive behavior. We passed out extra rewards for that to kids. Thinking about safety all the time, with the children. We came back from COVID, then we had to have 16 kindergartners in our class, computer charge card, plug-in cords everywhere, 7 on Zoom. So we had that back and forth, me and my teacher, great teacher. And we just continued to pay attention to different things. We had a big team effort from the principal, secretary, nurse, counselors, therapists, teachers, paras, custodians, kitchen help, aides, subs, it all, there was a lot of people that help. Parent facilitators, we don't have one right now, so we're short on that. A lot of short staff. I worked summer school at Lynx this past summer. We had to get the kids on and off the van at Rebecca Johnson. That takes a lot of skill. And, with the kids back to school this fall, I went to the Lynx classroom and we sanitize stuff all the time, where we spend money on supplies. We have good teachers, coworkers. We have to barely get lunch every day or breaks. But I want to thank you all for everybody, through the COVID did a great job. It's great when the mayor wants to thank us all, of course, and the city council and school committee thank us all. That's great. But behind that, it would be nice if they would extend not only a thank you, but add a big financial thank you to all the hardworking Springfield Public School staff for a great job well done. Show us the money. That's what we're waiting for. Please show us some extra money. Merit pay would be wonderful at this time right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morehouse. Councilor Whitfield, did you have a?
I just wanted to say that we did write a letter to the mayor, Councilor Hurst and Councilor Davila and I, asking for merit pay prior to the thank you for your hard work, and the nurses and the tradesmen. He was urging for them to get merit pay. So I do want you to know that we're doing more than thank you, and we are trying to fight for you to get the merit pay.
Thank you, Councilor. Is there a Crystal Boucher on the call currently?
Hi, yes. Sorry, my camera's broken. My name is Crystal Boucher. I work with UFCW Local 1459. My home address is 19 Eaton Street in Springfield. I'm representing the school security guards. We think that they've been going above and beyond keeping the school building safe throughout COVID. But I'd like to pass this off to Jose Matias. He is a steward from the school security guards, and I'd just like to give him the opportunity to speak to more to what they've been doing.
Please state your name and address for the record. Jose, you're still muted. I'm sorry. You're still muted. Mr. Matias, you're still muted.
There you go. Jose Matias, 30 Cumberland Street. And as Crystal said, I work as a security guard for the city of Springfield public schools. I hear what everybody's saying with the merit pay and the hard work and the diligence that they were, and security was a big part of it. We were there nonstop from the beginning, never had the time to take off, as well as teachers and paraprofessionals and the IT department. I was one, as well as other guards, who participated in helping students do the logons, trade in the laptops, exchange with books. Due to them, I also ended up catching COVID and was still forced to work a little bit until I had brought in the letter. and still kept going through the whole process of helping around. And there's a lot of guards who actually still continue to go on through the same thing. We would then stop once again. We help with the food for the distribution part, for breakfast, lunch, the dinner programs, and it took a toll on a lot of us. And it would be good to have the city actually show some type of gratitude to say to us, thanks for being there, along with all the city workers that busted their backs to keep the city running, to help the students to get to where they at. And it was a big change for all of us. So for the mayor, he needs to step it up and actually give us all a little something that could show than just a thank you and a pat on the shoulder.
Thank you for your testimony, Mr. Matias. Next, we have Miss, bear with me, Maddie Lacewell. Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Maddie Lacewell. I live at 40 Rochelle Street in Springfield. I am the president of the Mass Senior Action Council here in Springfield.
Thank you.
I want to speak about police, about systemic racism in the police department. We are a statewide organization that address concerns of the neighborhood. And I want to direct my words to Councilor Marcus Williams. We, the members of the Greater Springfield Chapter of Mass Senior Action Council, has been reaching out to you for several months to request a meeting to address systemic racism in Springfield policing. Unfortunately, after 7 emails and phone calls, we have not received any response to our requests. As an elected city council leader, we would like to hear your position on police reform in the city of Springfield. And I'm going to
just read it.
As you know, we have joined with members of the Springfield community, including Pioneer Valley Project, the Greater Springfield NAACP, Arise for Social Justice, and Springfield No One Left Behind. To call on the mayor, we called on Mayor Cerno to remove Cheryl Caparuse from her position as police commissioner. We do not have confidence that Commissioner Clapperose has effectively carried out her duties as the leader in the Springfield Police Department. And Councilman Williams, I would plead with you to please contact our organizer, Tracy Carpenter, to set up a meeting. We would appreciate your response as soon as possible to schedule a date that you could meet with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Carpenter. Next, we have Ms. Donna Seymour.
Donna Seymour is not able to connect with Zoom, so we'll pass for the rest of our folks. That's why Miss Maddie just read our statement to you, Marcus.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Carpenter. So is that also the case for Bernie, Tony, and
I don't think, I'm not seeing them on the link, so that's fine.
Okay.
I just read a statement.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our public speak out has concluded, and we will be meeting again at 7 p.m. Councilors, feel free to use the other link to join that. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for your.
Thank you, everyone, for your testimony. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.